Hi, it's Thursday the 27th of September. I'm Olivia here for Mobuzz, and we're going to kick off the show with some important MP3 news. For anyone out there who has an MP3 player, so pretty much all of you, pay attention. I've got three big stories coming up that may affect the way that you think about your music downloads and the pricing policies that the big companies employ. We begin with the concerns of Vivendi's big boss, one Mr. Levy. The parent company of Universal has refused to agree to a long-term deal with Apple for distributing its music through iTunes. Universal are currently reaping the rewards of the iTunes dominance, taking 70 cents of every 99-cent track sold on iTunes. But Levy has now expressed an interest in altering Apple's 99 cents for every track policy and wants to lower the price for an older catalogue song in comparison to new releases. This change of heart could have a lot to do with the launch of Amazon's digital music portal, which has a catalogue of 2 million songs, all without the restrictions of DRM. The new Amazon MP3 includes a big chunk of EMI and Universal tracks, a subtle two fingers up at Steve Jobs perhaps, and its pricing policy is going to give iTunes a run for its money. The Amazon tracks will cost either 89 or 99 cents, and the company boasts that the top 100 tracks will be featured at the lower price. The same goes for the top albums. At only $8.99, they offer a cheaper option to the Apple downloads. But once again, I tried to get hold of a couple of tracks for my MP3, and guess what? As a Brit living in Spain, I couldn't. Guess I'll just have to wait for Amazon.co.uk to launch their own MP3 store. Which then brings up the question of Amazon's international pricing policy. Will they follow the Apple example and substitute the cent for the penny? Or will they change prices accordingly? Which do you think is the most effective pricing strategy for Amazon MP3? The EU seem to think that the Apple-endorsed method is an unfair one. It turns out that Apple are facing charges for violating EU laws through their pricing structure and purchasing restrictions of iTunes. The EU antitrust agency argue that consumers are restricted because each country's version of iTunes only accepts orders from customers who live in that country. Now, these are big issues that I'm guessing will generate a lot of debate amongst both consumers and the industry. The whole issue of pricing policy poses important questions regarding freedom of choice, fair competition, and free market economy. Now, here at Mobuzz, we don't pretend to be economic experts, but we all have our own opinions about fair pricing policies on the internet, and we would be pretty interested to hear yours. The blogosphere has been buzzing with talk of the new Pixelmator for a while now, and it's now available to buy and use on your Mac OS for only $59. Basically, it's aimed at Mac users who can't be bothered to buy, or in most cases, illegally download Photoshop. Just take a look at this clip to see the functions that it has to offer, and I'm pretty sure you'll be familiar with most of them.
You can quickly and easily select any part of your images. That means you can edit and apply special effects to portions of your pictures. Remove unwanted objects or even cut out objects from one picture to put on another. Thanks to the Masks palette in Pixelmator, you can even save your selections for later. The real greatness of painting tools in Pixelmator is the ability to use different brush sizes, shapes, hardness, even blending modes when painting. You can paint with Pixelmator.
It's been hyped as being the next Photoshop killer, and although it is perhaps more user-friendly and affordable, I'm not convinced that the Pixelmator is going to blow Photoshop out of the water, as one reviewer put it. Just why does everything have to kill everything else? It makes you wonder when the internet got so bloody violent.
Hi, I'm the amazing food detective. There's a health mystery going on here, and you're just the detective to solve it.
No, it's not some crazy cartoon version of Sherlock Holmes gone female. It's the next step in the gaming as learning concept that's appeared in the US. With child obesity rates rising by the day, the state's biggest health organization has launched an online video game to teach kids what to eat. The incredible adventures of the amazing food detective lets kids help a selection of young characters resolve their bad eating habits and become fighting fit. We chose to play as Emily, who has this particular food problem.
Emily eats good food, but eats too much.
With the help of our trusty portionator, we were able to cure Emily of her overeating habits.
I installed this security camera to catch the culprit in the act. She's eating more than her recommended daily intake, which is 2,000 calories. Click on a food item to shrink those servings down to size. Good work! Now Emily is eating the right amounts for her age.
Unfortunately, the portionator doesn't actually exist, so the rest of us just have to exercise some self-control. And to finish off, Bill Gates was obviously watching MOBAs yesterday, as Microsoft have announced that they will replace all damaged discs of its just launched game Halo 3. You have until the end of the year to claim your replacement free of charge. That's it for today, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.